Hello, I'm Serena Nelson. I've been knitting for about 5 years. I enjoy knitting for family and friends and myself. Recently, at the urging of a longtime knitting friend, I've actually entered some of my knitting projects in our local state fair and have been lucky enough to bring home a ribbon or two. Today I'm going to talk about a technique called turning the heel, and this technique is used when you are knitting your socks. Turning the heel is done after you have completed your heel flap, but before you start the picking up and knitting of the gusset. And the heel flap, the turning of the heel, what I'm talking about is this little section right here in your sock. You can kind of see it creates a bit of a wedge there that fits over the back of your heel. And it's a simple process, and it's done over a series of rows, and the number of rows depends on the size of the sock you're making. Normally it's probably about 14 rows. And what you're actually doing is you are going to be knitting and decreasing a stitch in each row. And with the turning with the heel, the thing that's a little unusual about it is when you are turning the heel, you do not knit the complete row. You knit partway across the row, then you will turn and you will follow the instructions and knit or purl back partway across the row again. Then you will turn it again, and you will continue. In each row, you are decreasing a stitch until you are left with a certain number of stitches. In this particular stitch pattern, I will decrease until I have 18 stitches remaining. And that is why it's called turning the heel, because like I said, you're not knitting each complete row. You're knitting a partial row, and then you're turning it, knitting or purling, partial row, turning it, and you follow your pattern until you are left with the number of stitches stated in your pattern. And that is turning the heel. Once again, I'm Serena, and this has been Tips on Turning a Heel.